Anthony. It is Tuesday, June 24th, 2014. The very last part of the moon Apistishkit Saatots, our second summer moon of this year. And I am on my way to work having my Locavore breakfast, which is comprised of 2 tomatoes, locally grown tomatoes, and 1 locally grown carrot. For lunch, I am bringing with me a leftover portion of the shepherd's pie that Mahoney made the other night, which included local potatoes, local bison, local corn, and onions picked out of our garden. I am drinking some wild nettle tea this morning, and for the afternoon I'll probably be having water. So that's it for now. Alright, I am at the office, and as projected, I'm having my lunch, which is comprised of the homemade shepherd's pie with bison meat, local corn, local potatoes, my own gardened onions, and having some water. And this is pretty much going to be it for me, just drinking water till dinner time. Anthony. I think it's starting on day 5 of my Locavore diet, and last night I had kind of a blowout. Not really a blowout, but my mind started going in other directions, where I was looking at some of the food that was around the house that was just going to waste, and I started thinking, well, maybe I should just eat some of this stuff. Part of it was so that the food wouldn't go to waste, and part of it was just sitting there looking at me like I had this package of peanut butter cups, Reese's peanut butter cups, and it was just sitting there looking at me every day, and I'm like, well, I need to get rid of that. And instead of throwing it away, which is wasteful because already a lot of energy has been put into it, I went ahead and ate it. And it was not a coincidence that just a little earlier in the day I'd seen a post on Facebook for my brother-in-law where he talked about how much he hates food waste, to such an extent that at one time he dropped a whole plate of chow mein on the ground, and he looked around and nobody was around, so he just ate it off the ground, because that's how much he doesn't like food waste. And a lot of people would just throw that away, but it's unethical if you are really a person who identifies with the ecological environmental community. So I started looking at the fact that there was stuff in my house that was going to go to waste if I didn't eat it. So last night I had some Reese's peanut butter cups. Well, I had another one of my Smokies that I bought the other day, and then I had Reese's peanut butter cups, and then I had some string cheese and some Kalamata olives, because if I don't eat it, they're not going to get eaten. So but I have more thoughts to say on it, but I'll make a separate kind of philosophy type video regarding that. Anyway, this morning for breakfast, what I'm going to have is I have a leftover chicken breast. I have some goose foot, just a weed that grows in the garden that's really tasty. I have a few radishes that I picked out of my garden. 2 of them, they're a little too small, 1 of them just about right. And then I've got a few wild radishes that I just picked out of the coulee on my way to work. And this is going to comprise pretty much my breakfast. I have my tea, and I've got some rainwater for the afternoon, and I've still got some shepherd's pie at work that I'm going to eat. And yeah, that's my food for this morning. So I just got back from the annual Red Crow College convocation and awarding our students various certificates and diplomas and degrees and such. While I was there, They served a dinner, which I ate. Not all of that dinner was Locavore food. Um, it started off with a garden salad with ranch dressing. Um, I don't know whether the salad was local or not. Then they gave us some dinner rolls, which probably were local. And that was followed by the dinner itself, which consisted of a chicken breast, local, roasted potatoes, local, um, and some asparagus and carrots, which probably were not local. And then the dessert was a strawberry shortcake, which was not local, and there was coffee. And so, given that all of it was there, um, being served to be eaten, um, and it was put in front of me, given to me, then I accepted it and ate it so as not to waste the food. And this goes along with um, my kind of revised approach to the project, along with what I'm about to do right now, which is to have a snack of string cheese and Kalamata olives, neither of which are local, but both of which I had purchased before I began this project, and in order not to waste them, I need to eat them. I'm also having the Vulcan Ale. Vulcan Ale is local, but it contains hops, which are not, but I've already allowed hops and grapes as an exception to my general rule. But, you know, basically, the important part is that I am not contributing financially to the global food trade, and that those foods that I do buy, I need to make sure that they're local and keep pushing toward healthier and healthier, and including more and more of the wild abundance. That's the goal for this year. So this has been a couple more days on the project and learning as I go.